Hey, what is up guys? So today I'm here talking about a topic that is blowing up all over the United States of America. And that is the legalization of all 50 states for gay marriage. Now, I'm going to be talking about this subject because I feel like I should. I've been a person who is on both sides once upon a time of kind of against it and for it. Regardless of all religion, everything put aside, I'm just gonna explain basically kind of what I have seen and what kind of like this kind of means to me and what I see. So let's get right into it then. Just fixing myself up. I like the bow tie, although my mane is all over the place. Maybe I should just put my hair up. So a lot of people are very extremely happy for what has happened. All the colorful rainbows and everybody can be happy now. And that is wonderful. That is so wonderful because I think just like everybody else, I know it's an overly used term, but everybody should have their own happiness regardless of the fact of what anything says or what anybody says or what anybody tells you, because we are born how we are born and we find interest in what we find interest and we will go after what we want, and that just is a big part of everybody's life. As humans, I'm saying as human beings, we want a lot of things and we need things. We want love and sometimes we need it. Now that can mean a lot of different things to different people, but I'm not trying to step on the toes of anybody. I'm just saying in general. So getting right into what it means to me and what I see everybody happy now. Regardless if you're gay, straight, lesbian, whatever, I think a lot of people are 10 times more happier that the Supreme Court finally legalized all of this after so long that people have been trying to fight for it. That is finally being recognized all over. And that's wonderful. I think that is a beautiful step. But at the same time, a lot of people don't think it's the right step, or a lot of people think, oh, you know, this is gonna change a lot of different things, all that. Like, I understand that recognizing them both legally be wedded, it can cause some issues to some people. I can understand that. And I've been on that side before. That was because my mind was adjusted by some people, not parents, not anything. It's just media and a lot of different things that we use nowadays to our knowledge can corrupt your mind to make you think one thing over the other, which could be kind of the perception for other people who are not really for it, but are kind of like, hey, I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow, this is what's trending, and I've always been for it, when secretly they probably haven't. And that goes for almost anything. I mean, like presidencies and all that junk, maybe, I don't know. The stories that I've known and that I've grown up with are the ones that have been truthfully in my life. Which, what I mean by that is everything I have ever experienced, everything I have ever seen, that's the story, that's the evidence that shows me. I grew up with knowing so many people who have been gay or who have boyfriends and girlfriends that are from the same sex. Now, at first, when you're younger, it could be a little awkward because you're taught, hey, this is a little weird, you know, it should be boy, girl, girl, boy. And the perception doesn't really change until you yourself start to make a decision later on in life. It wasn't until I was in high school and I used to be in a drama class that I really got opened up, not to just gay people or bisexuals or transsexuals or anything, but also to special needs kids, a lot of different people in one certain group where they were supposed to be a family and understand each other. For me, that experience opened up my mind and broadened my perspective of what these things truly mean to me and what my ideas and views should be. Now, they're a little bit different now, but I still have always thought, no matter what till today, that everybody should have the right to love who and whomever they want. Because why are you gonna tell somebody, it's not the fact, a lot of people think it's the fact that they can't love who they want. They can love who they want. It was just because that they weren't legally recognized. You know, and husband or wife and wife, I don't know how you guys really say that. But you know, it wasn't recognized through the state. That was the problem. That's what a lot of people choose to avoid. Because they're like, oh, you know, it's not right. But for me, I've been around so many people who have had that issue and who's been angered by it. Or even people who have just supported it, and it's just like, you know, this is something we really need to get done. And to finally see it within my generation, which I think with today's technology and the 2000s, things are really starting to change. Some for better, and some for worse, because you know it won't be too long till everybody's just smoking weed and running around naked, and it'll be okay in the United States. But I'm not saying anything, because that may be okay for the time. Who knows? That's just what I can see happening one day. Not saying I would do it, but other people might take advantage of it. Just saying. So with the rest of that going on, this is just a step of how one little simple thing that seemed impossible grew and bloomed into something that was very, very possible. So many people have told, you know, people who believe that gays should be able to be recognized, you know, that they would never be recognized. And they kept fighting, and they fought and they fought, and throughout all American history, if you ever notice anything, if you keep fighting, you keep fighting, you keep fighting for what you believe in, no matter what it was, the women's rights, black rights, gay rights, I think that's what they call them, I'm not sure. All these people have fought throughout history, no matter who and whomever they are. And it shows through America. And America is probably the youngest, what I think is the youngest in developing kind of to their people. We get involved in so many other different things, we start to lose track of what is really going on here in the States. For me and myself, I think it's wonderful. It's not something that I ever really followed up on, that I kind of was like, yeah, go! Rainbows! No, it wasn't something that I was always supportive until I made my decisions. I was like, you know what? They should probably have the right. I believe my own things, they believe their own things, and you know, I should just love them. That's just what I believe in. I believe that we should always love each other no matter what. I think it's wonderful. It's definitely a big step for the United States, and it's just kind of one of those building blocks that, hey, maybe something in the future that is being presented to the Supreme Court can go all the way through. It may take time, you know, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and definitely, sure as hell, the United States will never be built in a day. Maybe not years, because we're still processing so much. If you believe in something, if you really want to do something, no matter what it is, or you're afraid of what people say, don't be. Because it's up to you at the end of the day to make the decisions and believe in what you want to believe in. If you believe in something and you feel like it's right and you feel like you should do it, go out there and go get it, no matter what it is. So just be yourself, love everybody. We're all here together. There should be no room for hate. That's all it is. So at the end of the day, guys, just like I always say, don't forget to share the love.